Hi everyone, it's Cheryl. I just thought I would come along today and do a quick tutorial of some things I'm playing with. Actually, it's not really a tutorial, it's just me playing, but I thought it might inspire somebody. I am on a mission to use up some of my stuff that I have been hanging on to forever. So I decided I would make some embellishments, and I'm going to use this, my Tim Holtz paper stash. So let me show you what I've been playing with. So you know how in the back of every Tim Holtz paper pad, you get these little squares like this. And a lot of times I've just cut them apart and just, used them as tags or tucks in my journal. But I was playing around today and I came up with a couple of different ideas. So this is the first one. Sorry, there we go. Oh, hopefully it'll focus. I'm so sorry. And so I just took one and I folded it in half and put some letters. And then the other one I came up with was this little guy here. So anyway, I thought I would share and see if anyone would like some inspiration to try to do these. So what I did was, to start out with, is I cut them all apart and left them, foldable. Okay. So I just loved them, and I decided that way I could decide which one I wanted to use. So for instance, I love that. So let's try this side. So I'm going to take my scoreboard, get my score tool here, and I'm just going to score along that line that's already there. Move these. And get my folder. And then we'll just score along that line. So then what I do is I look at the inside and I decide if, what I would like showing. So for this, I really think I want this right here showing, or maybe let's do a top one. That one might be kind of cute. So I have a 1-inch hole punch, circle punch here, I guess I should say. And I'm just going to punch that out. And don't get rid of these, because you can use these for tabs or dangles or anything like that. So then I'm going to ink around the outside just to see, just so we can see it a little bit better. And then I took a just a clear plastic paper holder that you can put in your notebooks, and I just cut it apart. And I cut them into 2x2 squares. So then, see what a pretty picture that is. Now, if this was plain on the outside, kind of like this one, when I punched the hole, this was plain. Pardon me. So what I did is I took some Tim Holtz Small Talk, and then I took some of these little transparent flowers. Now, I get mine on Amazon, and you can get all kinds of different colors. And I think Maddie had some of these at some point. I'm not sure she does still at Spectrum Art, but anyway, I know that I got some on Amazon. I know you can get them just about anywhere. So on this one, you couldn't really see much of the back. So I added one of these little flowers behind this clear plastic here. And then I just taped it together. And then on the back, it can be journaling space. You can use it as a tuck. You can use it as, you can make a tag out of it. You can just do all kinds of things with them. So I just wanted to come and share this. So this one has a really pretty picture behind this one. So on this one, oops, see, it's so clear. I can't even see it. There it is. So on this one, we could actually just put that in there and maybe put a little saying or something there, and it's already made it beautiful. Of course, with Tim Holtz paper, it's kind of like Stamperia. There's so much behind it and so much to see that sometimes you don't need to add anything. It's beautiful in its own right. So let's pick one that pick something that's a little bit plainer so we can actually doodle on it. Okay. All right. So I kind of like this one. Let's do it that way. Let's make it. Oh, looky there. That would be really cute. All right. So let's do it this way. All right. So again, I know I'm just kind of, can you tell I haven't done a video in a while? I'm kind of all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and score this so it folds a little bit easier. There we go. Burnish that. Okay. So I think on this one, what I want to do is let's put the circle on this side. So I'm just going to kind of line my punch up with the edge of the paper and just poke a little hole there. There. All right. And then again, I'm just going to ink around the edges here, just kind of to begin with. I'm going to get one of my little 2x2s that I cut. All right. So I know I'm going to want this to go here. Now, I bought this at, I believe I bought it on Amazon. And I bought one that was permanent and one that was removable. So on this, let's see if we can put a pretty little flower. Ooh, how about this pretty rose here? So what I do is I kind of lay it what I'm going to want to see, like just like that. Okay. So in order for me to stick this down, you know how sometimes it gets all gooey and glumpy? You can go ahead and use this removable tape, and I just put a little bit there and a little bit there because you're going to glue this down anyway. But I basically just want to hold that in place so it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm just going to line it up with the top and just kind of hold it in place. I don't know if you guys can see that now. Okay. So let's try this pretty rose here. So again, I'm going to use the removable just in case I need to move it. I'm going to kind of put it over there. Just kind of put it where I think I might like it. Oh, way too far. So again, with the removable, you can just gut it and move it over. There, that's better. And then I'm going to grab a word. So these are just really super easy to make and something you could just do a mass make with. Let's see if we can find a word here. Let's see, maybe we could use this one. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that. It's a little bit too long. Go ahead and I'm using vintage photo around the edges just to kind of make that pop. And you can decorate these any way you like to. I mean, you can embellish more on the front, or I don't want to do too much decorating because I want to see what it's going to depend on what journal I want to put it in. So maybe we could do that about there. And then about there. So that's what we have so far. Oh, sorry, forgot about the glare. So that's what we have so far. Come on, camera. There we go. Pardon me, my phone. All right, so once I kind of figure out what I'm going to want, I go ahead and cut this long stem off because you don't need it. All right, so this is what we have so far. So then I'm going to go around with my permanent, and I'm just going to put a line of glue there and there and on that side. And then I'm just going to seal it up. And there we have it. And let's ink the side. I just find on something like this, myself personally, I don't like to use wet glue. Tim Holtz paper, you'll probably be okay because it's sturdy enough. But I've kind of gotten in the habit to where if I'm doing a pocket, or not a pocket, pockets I always use wet glue, but something like this that I'm doing as an embellishment, I just use the dry glue because then that gives you the option that you don't have any chance of it wrinkling or warping or anything. And then that way, if you want to put it in a journal, you know, you can then glue it down this way and make a tuck, or this way and make a pocket, or you could even make it a flip. But I like these because the backside is fairly plain. You can add something to the back if you wanted, maybe some coffee dyed paper or something, but I kind of like this, and you could still write on this. So let me go ahead and ink the other side just to make sure that it's all finished up. All right, and there you have it. Super easy, very quick little project. And so let's go back to this one. So I think on this one, I really don't think I want to add anything else to this. I think I'm just going to secure this in place. Pardon my phone. So I'm just going to secure this and make sure, sorry, I was off camera. Make sure that you stay away from your fold with your little plastic. It's not really acetate. It's just one of the, letter covers. But stay away from this so it doesn't impede. And then on this one, I really just like it plain. You just smooth that down. And then on this one, I'm going to grab my crocodile and I'm going to put a little dangle on this one, I think. So right there at the top. And let's get a little brad. Not brad, eyelet. Put that in there. Sorry, trying to get this lined up sideways. There we go. And then let's get a little ball pin. And let's see. I can find another little Tim Holtz. Charm, and let's add that. Now it has a little dangle there. And you can add beads, charms, kind of anything you wanted. These are just really, I think, super fun, super easy, and I use them a lot in my journals. And it's a great way to use up those little bitty cards in the back of the Tim Holtz paper pads if you don't, or actually you can make it out of anything. Let me give you some measurements. So this one is finished. It's a 3 by 3. So you would cut anything, any piece of paper, 6 inches long by 3 inches high, and then just fold it in half. Okay. So let's make another. Like I said, there's so many possibilities with this paper. It's just really, really pretty. All right, we're going to make one more. I apologize for my phone. I thought it was on silent. This might be kind of fun to do it right here. And then we have another butterfly. That might be kind of pretty. Let's try that. And you can always use a smaller punch too. I just like the 1 inch. So then you have a big butterfly peeking through. You might just be able to add a sentiment. It's got some nice writing space on the back. All right, let's see what I can add to this one. Ah, perfect. I don't know about you guys, but I have so much stuff that I look at it and I just hold on to it because I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a special project with this or a special project with this. And then I move on to something else and the special project never comes. So, so then I end up with all this great stuff and it's just piling up, just stacking up. So I decided that it was time that I use it. So I was just going to see if there was different things that I could come up with. Oops, let's do the permanent. And again, I hope you guys can see this. You don't want to go, oops, too close to that edge. I did it again. There we go. And then I'm going to go along the edge. And if you get a little over the edge like I just did, just pull it in. And we're just going to burnish it. And pardon me. And I was inspired to do this by, I want to give her credit, is Natasha at Treasure Books. If you're not subscribed to her, you're not familiar with her, you might want to please go subscribe to her channel because she does some amazing things. And so this idea was inspired by something similar that she was doing. So anyway, let's see what we've got here. Isn't that adorable? And like I said, you could always embellish these further. So here's one there. Whoops, my little charm is backwards. And then there's one where we added a flower. And here's one where we added some more words. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, please hit that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. Oh, I'm so sorry about my camera. It must be the acetate that it's not wanting to focus on. And here's another one. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Hugs. Bye-bye.